It's Gnome of the Month, Gnome of the Month, Gnome of the Month! Hello, my beautiful, gorgeous, amazing, fantastic gnomies. Welcome back to my channel. This is Nova Gnome Creations, and I'm Nova, and I am so happy to see you today. Today we are here for Gnome of the Month. Woo! I am so sorry that I am 2 days late and $1 short, but as you may have seen on my community tab, I have had some back problems, and I am still having some back problems. Thankfully, it is a lot better, a lot more manageable right now, but my back is still killing me, and I really appreciate everybody sending me the best wishes and prayers and good vibes and all that stuff that you guys were saying in my community tab post. I love you guys so much, and it's so nice to have friends like you guys that when I'm not able to post when I wanted to post and planned on posting and you were expecting me to post, that you're like, dude, don't worry about it. Like, we will be here. Take a few days, get yourself back to at least half battery and don't worry about it. And I know that a lot of you are probably sitting over there like, get yourself to full battery, but I do want to not fall too far behind, and I do want to come on here with our Gnome of the Month post because guess what? This Saturday is already going to be Gnome of the Month. It's going to be our reveal Gnome of the Month day. So I didn't want to fall too far behind with our Gnome of the Month celebration. Wait, which one should be reveal? This one would technically be reveal. I don't know. Gnome of the Month, the planning phase Gnome of the Month is this Saturday, and I wanted to come on here with our gnomes. So I know I have a lot of emails that I need to get into and get all of your guys' gnomes out of. I am super stoked about that. Thank you guys so much for participating. I love to open those emails up and see what you guys have been working on. And I know that everybody in the community really likes to see what you guys have been making. We have quite the gnome-loving little community here, so everybody really appreciates and enjoys them just as much as you do. So it's a good place to share something where people are going to care as much about it as you do. I have a hair that is stuck in my glasses and has been bothering me since I started filming. Okay, I think I got it. I could just feel it. Now I just feel like a phantom hair there. But yeah, so you guys already know one of my gnomes. Oh wait, I forgot to tell you guys what Gnome of the Month is. If you're new here, I'm so sorry that I just am assuming you know what I'm talking about. If you are new here, on the first and last Saturday of the month, it is Gnome of the Month on this channel. So the first Saturday of the month, I come on here and I tell you guys a little bit about my plans for Gnome of the Month. So usually I either have a pattern that I've already picked out that I'm planning on doing. Maybe I'm going to make a crochet along and post it on my channel for you guys if you want to participate. And I'll be like, okay, I'm making this Santa gnome, which was a crochet along. Here's my idea, and I usually have a sketch, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of roughly what it's going to look like, use your imagination because it's a sketch that I made, and I let you guys know what I'm planning. Sometimes I'm like, well, I have a sort of an idea, and I'm just going to feel it out. Then the last Saturday of the month, I come on here and I show you guys how my gnome came out, and you guys have all sent in your gnomes, and I put them all together, put some cool music on, and we have a beautiful little montage of all of your guys' gnomey goodness. So it can be crochet, it can be knit, it can be finger painted, it could be made out of stones that you glue onto a poster board. I don't care. If you make a creatively made gnome, any sort of craftiness involved to it, it could be digital art too, literally any sort of art, you are totally welcome to participate in this. You are totally welcome to send in your gnome. So don't feel like if you don't crochet and you're just here because you like to hang out with us, that you're not able to get involved. If you would like to get involved, you totally can, and you can always find my email in the description box on my videos. It is novagnomecreations@gmail.com. And you can send me your gnomes. Just put gnome of the month in the subject line so that when I go to do my videos, I can just search gnome of the month in my email inbox, and then all of the gnome of the month videos will come up, and there's less of a chance of me accidentally missing your email. I do look through my emails and try to make sure I don't miss anybody's emails, but you never know. I have been having an issue where it keeps putting things in my spam folder too. Like, I just checked my spam folder the other day and I had like 4 emails that were not spam in there. And I'm like, why are you putting these in here? So I just recommend doing that. It's the best way for me to make sure that I see it. But yeah, so are you guys ready to see the gnomes? So I actually made 2 gnomes this month. I made the Cupid Gnome, which was actually not my original idea. If you remember when we talked about my plans for Gnome of the Month, I was planning on doing a play off of last month's gnome, which I did a crochet along for mushroom gnomes last month. If you missed that, I will have all that gnomey goodness, crochet along goodness in the description box, links to the playlists. But I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to plan on making a Valentine's Day edition, basically, where I just change up things a little bit and I make a mushroom gnome with Valentine's Day themes. And so I put out a little really quick 5-minute tutorial on how to make a tiny crochet heart, and I got to working on that. Well, a week before Valentine's Day, my hubby sends me this voice message, like, absolutely just thinking he's onto the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Like, he has this idea and he is stoked. And it was just too cute, you guys. I had to do it. So I ended up making 2 gnomes for Gnome of the Month this month. And I made a Cupid gnome. So first I will show you guys the Cupid gnome, which if you've been around, you've probably seen it already because I did actually show this one for Valentine's Day. But I'm going to show it again because Gnome of the Month. So here is my Cupid gnome, and if you see when the light hits just right, he is glittery. Da-da-da-da! There is no pattern for this. This is freehanded, and it meets the specifications of what he wanted, and I had a lot of fun making it. I am extremely proud of it. This is probably the coolest thing I've ever made. So here's a little 360 for you. Did a full 360, baby. Okay, anyways, it is glittery everywhere. I actually sprayed glitter onto it. The way that I did that was I have a body spray that has glitter in it. So I just kind of held it back at a distance and sprayed body spray with glitter in it. And then well, you know, I'm not going to go into all the details on how I made this one because I've already done that in my Valentine's Day video. So if you would like to know the lowdown on all the details on this particular gnome, I will link the Valentine's Day video where I talk all about this Cupid gnome in the description box because I've already done that and you guys don't need to hear it all again. But I did talk about like how I made things and all the little details. So if you're interested, that's where you'll see about that. But here he is. And I am obsessed. Obsessed. And then the one that you guys haven't seen yet is my Valentine's Day rendering of our mushroom gnome. Now, I went ahead and I did the girl mushroom gnome. And I gave her hearts on her mushroom cap. Let me try changing my lighting. Let's try turning it down. It's so difficult because the white pretty much glows if I have the light on, but if I don't have the light on, then it's not bright. So here is the other one, and I did a Valentine's Day rendition of the mushroom gnome. So I made a pink cap. And then I made little tiny hearts with the hot pink yarn that I had. And like I said, there is a tutorial for these little hearts. This hat is actually the same hat. Everything else about this is the same as the mushroom gnome pattern, but I did make one change. And that is, you may notice that this doesn't have the shape that we did in the crochet along. And I actually made a pinned comment on the crochet along where you do the hat. with the instructions on how to do this. It is super simple. Takes like 5 minutes. And it is just in case you wanted a quicker way of doing the bottom of this, because the bottom of this does take a while. If you wanted a quicker way, I do think the other way looks better, but this is much faster. Personally, I kind of wish I had done it the other way, but I had been trying to make it go quicker, and I did this, and I think it looks good. It looks great. And it's fast. Like I said, it takes like 5 minutes, but I do think the other way looks a little bit better, personally. But I did put a pinned comment on the crochet along in case anyone else wants a shorter, quicker way of doing the bottom side of the mushroom cap. This is literally the most simple thing ever. And then I also made a larger heart for my little gnome to hold. And I put pipe cleaners in the arms so that I could stick this arm out. And I bent this one and put this little basket on here. And I actually ended up hot gluing the hand like that so that the basket won't fall off in between the hand and the body. So the basket is like part of it now. And that's how I did it. And I stuffed it super, super well so that the bottom would be very round and, you know, give like really big mushroom vibes. So this will not sit without falling over unless you put it leaning up against something or sit it on something. But that's totally fine. I knew that that would be the case, but I thought it would give it, you know, more of a mushroom shape. And from the back, you can really see that mushroom shape. So yeah, these are my two gnomes of the month for Valentine's Day, for February. So I hope you guys love them. I love them, and I am super excited for next gnome of the month. I already have ideas of what I'm doing, and I have ideas for the following month, actually. A little hint, Mario themed. I'm not this next month, but the month after, Mario the video game. But I will let you guys know more about that the month after next. So I will now be putting in the montage of Gnomey goodness. So make sure you stick around and make sure that you comment and let people know what you thought of their gnomes. Fill them up with all of the good vibes, all of the compliments, and let's spread the love on this here Gnome of the Month video. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope that you had a great weekend. Like I said, I'm sorry that this video is a little late. I know that some people were probably looking forward to it and it was a bit of a bummer. Trust me, it was a bummer for me too. But I am getting it out to you guys as soon as I can, and we are just going to roll with it. So I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their day and a great start to their week, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys!